Okay, so if most of you guys think back, recess was probably one of your favorite parts of the school day. You got to hang out with your friends, just kind of mess around. There weren't teachers telling you that you have to read or you have to write or you have to learn something. It was just your chill time, your fun, go do whatever you want time. But as soon as you got back to class, everything was focused on learning, and teachers kind of have the outlook of the most important things in school are reading, writing, math, and all those things, which I completely agree with, but I think that not only growing and developing academically is important, but it's also important to learn and grow socially. And even though some teachers kind of think, well, that's what recess is for because, well, there's no class that's called be social. Learn to be social, have a good time with your friends because there's recess. But what teachers can do to incorporate fun in the classroom is by having activities that incorporate their lessons. And so incorporate activities is helpful websites. I've found some awesome websites when doing my paper, which is on the way, by the way. And teachersontarget.com had some really awesome educational games. An educator, Juanita McClellan, explained in an article that board games are actually really good education things and fun for students because they kind of already understand them, know what's going on, and it's fun, just kind of relaxing, but they're also getting educated at the same time. Some of these games are like Monopoly and Scrabble. Monopoly is great for kids who are learning how to count and especially how to manage and work with money. And then games like Scrabble, perfect for kids who are learning how to write bigger words. Probably not for younger kids who are learning words like the and we are because they're not going to get very far on the game board and probably won't even be able to grasp the concept of Scrabble, which is why it's important for teachers and educators to find games that are appropriate, which might not even be board games, but other activities. And so today I really wanted to demonstrate a game with you guys, but I realized I didn't have time to. And it's directed towards little kids, so it would be super easy for all of us to play. But it's just everybody would get in a circle, and I even made this recess in the classroom. It's a frisbee. But what we would do is everyone would get in a circle. And it's to help everyone learn the alphabet, which is great for first graders, what I want to teach, so that's kind of why I found a game that would be good for them. And you would start out with probably the educator with the ball or frisbee or whatever they had. Then they'd throw it to one of the students, gently, softly, safely, and I would say A, the first letter of the alphabet. Then the next student who got it would have to toss it to someone else and say the next letter. And it would go on and on and on until eventually they got through the whole alphabet. Now, of course, there's not going to be perfectly 26 students in each class, which is why, you might have to go back to somebody who's already gotten it. And then you can kind of almost turn it into a memory game where the last person who gets it would toss it to the educator again, teacher, and then they would have to toss it to who they threw, and then back to remembering who everyone threw it to. So not only are you learning the alphabet and kind of practicing it and memorizing it, but you're working on your memory skills on maybe you could say each other's names so you can remember who everyone is, or just remembering where you threw the ball, where you got it from, and you're doing something educational. So basically little games like that, even though they seem super simple and maybe something that you can play at recess, it's fun for the kids, it's engaging, and it has educational stuff in it, so everybody kind of benefits.